Club of Myrtle Beach. She's been a Rotarian for 33 years and held many positions in District 7770, including Assistant Governor for Area 10. I could go on and on and on. She has a full and stacked bio, but I'm sure the time is more precious than as we are now. So let me just turn this over and present our District Governor, Pauline Levesque. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Yes, we don't need to go on and on and on, and I appreciate you having me here today to talk about people of action. So many key words that Whitney used and others. Together we're Rotary Ready to help with the COVID-19 vaccine response. We're people of action. We build partnerships. We include our family of Rotary, which, by the way, is the theme for the district conference this year, which will be virtual. So all of those things have really been encapsulated around Rotary Ready. We have some, how did it come about? Well, as a response, right? Everyone has heard the need that we've had throughout our state with regards to getting people vaccinated, and also the various ways that they wanted to do that. Mass vaccine sites is the way to go to get that many people vaccinated at once. Right now, the current problem is just getting the vaccine. So let's talk about Rotary Ready. We're getting ready. We knew this was going to be an issue that would be much larger than one club could do. And it was also something that impacted us statewide. So we have many partners that we are working with. We pulled together a team of interested district folks, happened to be in the Charleston area, because they had already done some work along the lines of testing in a drive-through. Past District Governor Alan Walters and I were struggling to get with DHEC to be a partner with them. And they had their own struggles going on. So meanwhile, we got together and we did form Rotary Ready and had a good partner in our first pilot with MUSC. Now, what is it? Rotary Ready is volunteers, the family of Rotary. About 40% are Rotarians and 60% are friends and family, neighbors, and co-workers that help build the Rotary Ready response. So we're around 2,000 members at this time. The frustration being that we've recruited and everyone's like, well, when is my turn to work? So this is how the pilots worked. And we have folks that are here with you today. So, and they're your colleagues. For instance, Mary Jo Romeo got promoted to a site captain. Look at her waving. It is hard work, isn't it?
In the car.
It's cold. It is.
Yep.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah. It's hard work, but
All
it's worthwhile. The other folks that Charles Saverance is on the line, and he also volunteered at Florence. That was our second pilot site. And we have Pollyannis and Debbie Huntsberry, who have signed up for our first Myrtle Beach site, which is next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So that'll be a first round, partnering with McLeod Hospital, DHEC, and the governor's office. And so each of these sites vary. And so this is how it works. So if you have questions from your club members or even yourself about why am I not being called? The same people are doing everything. Well, how it works is, how they would like to operate is the first round of vaccines, the same people that get vaccinated in the first round and the same team, meaning Rotary Ready volunteers, will come back and do the second vaccine. This way, everyone's trained, they know what to do, and it's the same clients, and it works beautifully. So that was our first experience at Mount Pleasant. And then we went to Florence, which had a different layout. I'm going to show you just a clip of, if I can, hopefully. Yes, I can. Here we go. Share sound. And here we go. Nope. Here we are live at the first. Oh. They actually will drive through
the large tent, be vaccinated, and drive out. It's going to be a long day, but a good one.
Good job. I like that. Yeah, and that's the whole essence of working the vaccine route, right? Just a tip about public image and making sure you're getting your message out. It's not always welcomed at places that you may be volunteering. So with the vaccine Rotary Ready sites, there's not to be any photographs of people or vehicles. It's a HIPAA issue. And so you want to make sure, just to go back to doing your public image, that you have permission to do those kinds of things. But anyways, that's the essence of it. This was the Mount Pleasant site. Florence brought cars inside to the Florence Convention Center, which was unique in and of itself. And so vehicles snaked through that parking lot and pulled into the convention center like a toll booth, got their vaccines and left. Now, the one that we're doing on next week is set up entirely different as well. So these pilots are doing a couple of things. Phase 1 first needle and the second needle, same people are involved, but now we're training people at the second round to step up and be future site leaders, future volunteer coordinators. So we're going to need that support, because by mid-March, we've been told by numerous of our partners that we will have 5 to 6 months of 5-day, sometimes 6-day or 7-day a week vaccine distributions. That's a long time. So 2,000 folks may not even be enough for that length of time to sustain it. So please don't get discouraged if you haven't been called. It is the same people that have been used at the same sites, Mount Pleasant and Florence, and now Myrtle Beach, until the second time. And then we'll start to bring others in. So also Carol Ingram's on the call, and Carol has teamed up with her clubs in her area and working with a local community group to do the same thing that Rotary Ready is doing. So maybe your club's partnering with another local community agency, and the best part would be if you would be able to track those numbers. We're trying to track that. I know we're over 8,000 vaccines at the moment that the volunteers did for Rotary Ready. So many hours. We're starting to count that, and we're starting to monetize what that volunteer effort is, and in terms of a savings for our partners. Some of the people that we're partnering with are MUSC, Roper St. Francis, East Cooper Medical, and McLeod. There's pharmacies like CVS, but I know they've had a Harris Teeter drive a couple of days already, and that will continue to expand as other pharmacies may call on Rotary Ready to assist them as well. Of course, our state organization, DHEC, and that will be our next week project, and the governor's office, as well as the municipalities are playing a big part. Actually, city of Charleston and the city of Mount Pleasant, same thing with Myrtle Beach. We're working closely with the police department there, and the medical society. So the South Carolina Retired Medical Association is also partnered with us in getting the medical support to also work with these organizations. And then, of course, our Rotary District 7770 is partnering with Upstate 77750, because we cross many of our hospital service and medical delivery systems. And after all, as Whitney said, you can't do it all, right? So partner with folks to get things done. And then, of course, our volunteers, our family of Rotary, and other volunteer groups that are coming in under our Rotary Ready umbrella. So we already have 2 members, I understand, in Area 8, or I think it's 2, and growing. A lot of interest from our friends and family who have come to volunteer, have interest in membership. So that's exciting. And the only other thing that I would say is, if it's going to rain, most likely we will be having a vaccine drive. Is that correct, Mary Jo? So guess what the weather forecast, Charles is laughing. It's really not funny, and it's really cold, and we really earn our service, don't we, at those? So some people say 8 hours is too long. That's the length of the day. You do get breaks, but honestly, once you get going, you hardly realize the time is flying by. You just want to take care of the folks coming through. Next week's vaccine, once again, 60% and 80% for our 2 days. And we're doing 2,500 doses each day. So that'll be, it'll be our an increase up to that. It's very rewarding. It's something that you can do with your friends and family. No one under 18, though, is allowed to participate. I know there's probably a lot of questions, and we can get to those later or put them in the chat box, and I'll be glad to answer them. But this is what I say. We need to continue to recruit volunteers. And the reason being, as I noted, 5 to 6 months of continued support in various ways. I already know that in Myrtle Beach, we will be partnering again with McLeod. They will have a 5-day-a-week one. I know that East Cooper Hospital is going to a number 6 days, I think. So, and in some communities, there's going to be 3 or 4 mass vaccine sites. So don't be discouraged if you haven't called. I do want to address the vaccine issue. So some of our sites are able to give everyone who volunteers a vaccine. The Myrtle Beach site, I did have to point out, is a different vaccine model in that, and there may be more of these. Harris Teeter only gives the vaccine if there's any left at the end of the day, not to waste any. The one that is in Myrtle Beach, so there's going to be various levels of participation on whether or not you can get the vaccine. If you're in the category, there's no problem. The age 1A we're in now, but we are considered, when we volunteer, front-facing frontline service folks. So we're trying to iron that out to be more consistent across all of our volunteer sites. So I am going to wrap up, and I'll take any questions in the chat box, and I'll try to answer those as we continue. But let's all be Rotary ready. Let's all be people of action, which I know you are, and spread the good word about all the work we're doing. Just don't take pictures at the vaccine sites. Thanks all.
All right, thank you, District Governor Pauline Levesque. Appreciate it.